say, oh, my darling, mine alone, alone. You have never older grown. Yes, my darling, mine alone. You have never older grown. Love can never more grow. Loves may lose their brown and gold. Cheeks may fade and hollow grow. But the hearts that love will know that, my darling, you will be always young and fair to me. Yes, my darling, you will be always young and fair to me.
It's good to touch the green, green grass of home.
The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train. And there to meet me is my mama and papa. And down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms are reaching, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. And down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms are reaching, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I wake and look around at the gray walls that surround me, and I realize that I was only dreaming again. I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. Whenever I chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder, how does a man get to be this way? I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place. And every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Well, people may try to guess the secret of a happiness, but some of them never learn it's a simple thing. The secret I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden me, and I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can't stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
On behalf of Kerry and Dale and Leanne and their families, I warmly welcome you and thank you for your presence. Also a warm welcome to those joining us by live stream, especially family, Kirsten in Western Australia, Thomas in Townsville, and Stephanie and Ella overseas in England. My name is Delma Carpenter, and along with Carly and the staff at Parkside, we thank you for giving us the opportunity of being a part of Erica's service today. Today we gather with heavy hearts to honour and celebrate our dear Erica's life. Erica was 92 years of age, lived a long and full life, yet still left us far too suddenly. Her passing in her sleep was unexpected and came as a shock to her family. And yet in many ways, it was the gentle, peaceful farewell she herself would have wished for. Though we take comfort in that, the ache of her absence is real and she'll be missed more than words can say. To Erica's family, may you feel held today by love that surrounds you. Grief is the price that we pay for love, and your sorrow reflects the immeasurable place she held in your lives. And as we remember her, may you also find comfort in the memories and the laughter and the countless moments she shared with each of you. Erica was a beautiful soul, generous, loving, patient, easygoing and friendly to all. She had a gift for conversation and enjoyed nothing more than a good chat and sharing a laugh. Her dry, witty sense of humour made her fun to be around, and her gentle way made people feel at ease. She met life with strength and resilience, taking whatever came her way and simply getting on with it. For someone in her 90s, Erica had a big social life, more than many people half her age. Most days she had something on, sometimes more than one thing. And along with her lifelong friend Lois, they'd be off, going to shows at the Civic Centre, concerts, country and western days and nights, playing crib and cards. And if there was nothing happening, they'd give each other a call, "Where are we going today?" And they'd set off on yet another little adventure. Erica's love of being out and about, connecting with people and enjoying life kept her young at heart. Erica's children told me that she was a loving and caring mother who was supportive and always there for them, no matter the circumstances. They said that when it came to her grandchildren, great and great-great-grandchildren, she loved them all to bits. The family also told me a little thing about her delicious baked meals that were the meat and the veggies were cooked in dripping with the gravy made from pan juices and pea water. They said her gravy was legendary and had to be made from the pea water, a skill that she passed down to her kids. To share some more of Erica's life, I would like to invite her son Dale to come forward to present her eulogy. And we'll move the mic up for you, Dale.
Yes. Here we go. Apparently last time I did this for Dad, I left it down like this and no one heard it on live stream, so I've got to try a bit harder this time. So I'm going to try and read this without looking at you. I'd like to welcome everyone here today on behalf of all of Mum's family. those who are here and those who, because of overseas and interstate travel, they can't be here. And I know you've just heard it, but I'm going to tell you again. Dylan's just mentioned it, but I'd like to particularly extend the welcome to Leanne's daughter Ella, who's in England, my daughter Kirsten and her family, who I know are listening in today, are in Port Hedland. My daughter Steph, who'd be bleary-eyed and hoping I get to the point, is listening in England, and son Tom and his partner Kirsty, who've taken busy time off work for busy people to be listening in Townsville. So welcome all those people, and I'm sure they'll be supporting us all. I'd like to apologise for my appearance. Generally speaking, I'd wear a suit, but for the reason I'm not will become apparent. I'd like to publicly acknowledge some people who had a huge impact on Mum's life with their friendship and support. I sort of apologise that I can't refer to everyone because there's so many people here who I know have helped her get from where she was living to where she needed to be for cards or whatever. But there are so many people. I'm not going to mention you all. I'll try and sort of just cut it short, I suppose. To Lois Fielding, most importantly. Well, she's Mum's cousin. She was a bridesmaid. Her bridesmaid, her best friend and most loyal supporter. Thank you so much for all you've done to help and support Mum. You've travelled many miles, you've attended many events. I'd hate to think how many games of crib you played, but it would be innumerable. And you physically supported her, especially as her frailty progressed and she wasn't able to get about as well as she should have done. So thank you so much, Lois. We really appreciate it on behalf of all the family. Jack and Pam. I've only met Jack and Pam today formally, but we thank you for the support you've shown to Mum, taken her to shows and functions and meals. She really looked forward to those occasions, although I really understand that the recent trip to ABBA, the Revival Band concert, might have cured her for any desires to watch any further concerts live, let me tell you. I've never heard Mum swear quite so much before. But thank you for your kindness and inclusion. Finally, Bailey Fielding, again, a man I've only met this morning. Mum was so taken with your continuing kindness and physical support. So often she made a comment of all you'd done for her, and you seemingly went out of your way to assist her, not only physically but to lift her spirits. And just the last time I spoke face to face with Mum, I think it was Tuesday the 18th, she said how much she loved you and all you did for her. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, I don't plan on boring you too much with anecdotes, but one of the biggest issues I have with a task like this is trying to condense 92 years into a short synopsis. So I'll get to the point. Our dear Mum Erica was born on the 4th of August 1933 to William Joseph, which is Bill Emerton, and Florence Gwendoline Emerton, and she was Lawson by a maiden name. Mum was the second daughter to the couple, with sister Lorraine being born first, and they all lived together for the first 3.5 years at Up-on-the-Tone, but Mum's mother then left the family, leaving her dad, Pop, our grandpop, in a situation where he couldn't mind the girls and work for a living. So the girls and grandpop moved in with his mother and father, Gran and Grandad Emerton, Joe and Martha Emerton. Mum and Lorraine pretty much lived with Gran and Grandad all their early lives up until they married, either at Up-on-the-Tone or Atkinson Street in Montello when they got out of when Grandad and Grandma got out of farming. Nan's dad, I keep on getting myself with granddads and fathers. Mum's father worked away through the week at various bushman and farmhand jobs around the northwest coast until he went to war. The thing is, working away through the week, they only got to see his daughter, or they only got to see him on the weekends when he'd come back home and give them some pocket money and give them some moral and loving support. But when they went away, when Grandad went away to war, Mum remarked that it was pretty bloody tough to look after the farm and all the people on it at that particular time. But they did well. There was the opportunity to supplement the diet with rabbits, for example. So I didn't realise this, but Lorraine and Mum used to trap rabbits for meat and skins to sell. So that helped their economy to keep themselves occupied as well. Although, not a nice story, but Mum said they weren't strong enough to break the rabbit's neck, so they had to take it home in a bag to pop to do that, which isn't a nice thought really, but especially not when he got home once when there was a hole in the bag and they didn't have any rabbits. After finishing her schooling at Burnie High School, she went off to the workforce. She joined her sister Lorraine at the Northwest Dry Cleaners, where, on and off, that was most of her working life was spent at the Northwest Cleaners. But the important milestone in her life, certainly from my point of view and Kerry and Leanne, when Mum met Dad. They met at the Somerset Dance Hall 5 days before her 17th birthday. And this led to their marriage on the 27th of October 1951. Their marriage was one of the usual pressures of shared life, a mortgage, you've got to feed and clothe the children, educate the family. And with Mum working before the arrival of Kerry and between the births of Leanne and I, that helped support the family. In all, we were always well looked after by Mum and Dad. We were brought up with discipline and ethics instilled by both parents as a team. Mum was always a soft touch though, so we could approach her about an issue that she'd take the sharp heads off Dad's discipline before he got home, which was good. When we did something wrong, which happened quite a bit really when you think about it. Mum and Dad had a great life together with family holidays through the years when finances and time constraints allowed. Family trips to Bicheno with either us or with friends and their families as well were always remembered fondly. They were great times. After we children had flown the coop, Mum and Dad travelled more widely by caravan in his trusted combi vans and later motorhome. And we've all seen his home videos. Gosh, didn't they go on? But they've been a lot of different places and met a lot of different people and made a lot of friends, and that became so much of their memories was about the people they met and the times they had. Mum and Dad were married for 70 years. They made 70 years in one day, with Dad passing away on the 28th of October 2021. Because, as I suppose we all know, he's in care because of dementia. Mum said that the hardest thing that she ever did in life was agreeing for Dad to go into care, but managing it at home with advancing years is just no longer physically possible for her. Nevertheless, I believe, and I think she actually said, very unfairly, that she shouldered some of the blame for his eventual passing, which we know is wrong. I believe this event, though, is the very single reason why she was so bloody minded about staying on her own, in her own home, rather than going into care. She just didn't see that as a possibility for her to go into care. So it's a blessing that she passed when she did in some regards. In any event, she looked after herself very well with the meals that we discussed earlier. She led a remarkable life on her own. She's several areas of interest in later years, cards being the key, particularly crib at sometimes 500, live country music, the social club at the Penguin Footy Club, a meal out on the weekend, I think was a natural progression from the country and western music. But I must admit that nearly every time Mum and I were together, and I stayed overnight because I live up at Low Head now, we had a best of 3 crib match. So 3 matches prior to this event, I won and actually streeted her in a game of crib, and you can imagine how well that went down. In the second to last time, she won 2-1, and in the last match we played 3 odd weeks ago, I won 2-0, so I'm the undisputed champion. And that's the way I shall remember it. Mum always enjoyed Kerry's company when he was able to visit her and she him, and any visit by family member was always consisted of Mum trying to feed us up with all the savouries and the multiple varieties of biscuits, which is what I was getting back to. That's why I've got a Tim Tam Tum. I can't fit into my suit. Leanne's assistance to Mum must also be acknowledged. The daily visits, trips to the doctors, supermarket and bill paying, etc., was always necessary for the giant share of that. She was the only family member that was close by and able to do so. Mum really appreciated what you did. And I also know that Mum appreciated extended family social visits, which because of distance and circumstances were a bit infrequent, and I put my hand up for being responsible for that as well. But thank you very much to the social clubs and card groups and visits that kept Mum going from all you faithful supporters out there. It really kept her occupied and gave her probably the first half hour of every conversation we had when we did see her, because she filled us in on who won and why. Finally, thanks to our mum of 13, mum of 3, we'll try, grandmother and nan of 8, great-grandmother of 14, and great-great-grandmother of 2. We will cherish the memories we hold of the times we spent with you and the values you instilled in us. We love you and we'll miss you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dale. I'd like to share with you a tribute from Erica's dear friend Lois. I'll find my way here. Here we go. When I met with Lois the other day, she told me that her and Erica had some wonderful times. They laughed, they had fun together and shared a very close kinship. And this is a little verse about friendship that Lois wanted me to read. There's a miracle of friendship that dwells within the heart, and you don't know how it happens or when it gets its start. But the happiness it brings you always gives a special lift, and you realise that friendship is God's most perfect gift. I would now like to invite granddaughter Kate forward, and she's going to read tributes from herself and Kirsten. You're right, Kate. There you go. Oh, we'll definitely have to lift the mic up here.
Thank you. I didn't do that so gracefully, trying to trip over the chairs. Now I know why I should have sat on the end, Dad. So it's always difficult to stand up here and talk on behalf of somebody who would have loved to have been here to talk about Nan herself. But on behalf of Kirsten, she would like me to read out that one of the memories that really stood out in my memory was the night of Dad and Joan's wedding. Nan playing cards with myself, Kate, Adam and Nick. We had such a great night eating biscuits and playing cards. The nighttime games of cards and Yahtzee were always my favourite nights. I still love to play cards, and I'm sure that it's a trait I get from Nan, with her everlasting patience explaining the rules again and again. I do take comfort from the last conversation we had a couple of weeks ago. She told me how much she misses Pop and how it never gets easier. I'm glad they're back together. Unsurprisingly, mine and Kirsten's are probably very similar, considering that we spent so many years, so many times at Nan and Pop's house, and it was just such an extension of our own home, always comfortable, always a place for us, and we always felt so welcomed. Always lots of biscuits too. Sorry, my printer didn't work, and now I know why I should have had it in bold print. When I think of Nan, I think of how generous she was with her time and her love. I remember her sitting with us for hours, colouring in, I can still picture exactly how she used to colour in and how I used to look at it with awe. And something that I just loved about her was that she always had so much time to do that with me. She always played with us, whether it was cards, Barbies, dressing dolls, whatever we were doing, she was always so fully present and engaged. She gave the best hugs, cooked amazing roast dinners, which we already heard about, especially the gravy, and I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I think no matter how many times she's taught each of us, I don't know whether any of us have actually nailed it like she would. And her scones with her scones with jam and cream can't be beaten. Thinking of her now is a reminder to slow down, to sit, play and savour the time with our children, because time slips away far too quickly. I just wish I could hug her one more time.
Thank you, Kate. I have a tribute to read from Ella. Ella's in England. Nan was one of my biggest supporters, whether it was hockey or cricket finals or just getting calls from her congratulating me on my achievements. I never realised how important these moments were until now. Nan was such a caring woman. She would always do the smallest things to ensure I was looked after when I was younger, and I just want to share a few of those memories with you all. Every morning I would wake up to a glass of warm chocolate milk and a bowl of rice bubbles. Of an evening before bed, she would always read me a book, tuck me in and tell me how much she loved me. She would spend hours making sure I was entertained, whether it was teaching me how to play new board games or letting me hijack her iPad and play games as Pop would be snoring on the couch. Saying goodbye to Nan at the airport was one of the hardest things I have had to do. I love you, Nan, and you will be forever and always in my heart. Love, Ella. We're now going to see visual memories of Erica while listening to music that she chose for her service today.
On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true. Its shame, its reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange exchange it someday for a crown.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
Beautiful too.
It was a lovely collection of photos showing Erica's life. On behalf of the family, I would sincerely like to thank you for being here today to farewell Erica and invite you to join them for refreshments here at Parkside following the service. This is a time where you can share your memories and stories of Erica with the family and each other. Also, the family invite you to join them at the Burnie Club after refreshments here at 40 Queen Street, just for a casual drink and a get-together. As we near the end of the service, we pause to give thanks for Erica's life, a woman whose presence enriched the lives of so many. Today we honour her not only for the years that she lived, but for the way she lived them, with kindness, strength, humour and an open heart. We're grateful for the love that she gave so freely to her family, for her support, her encouragement and her steady presence. And though our hearts are heavy, we take comfort in knowing that Erica left this world peacefully in a way she would have wished. Thank you, Erica, for the love you shared, the laughter you sparked, and the life you lived. Erica liked a cup of tea, and I'd like to give thanks and pay tribute to her life by placing these petals. Now like to invite the family to come forward if they wish to say their own personal goodbye by placing a flower on her coffin.
Darling, I am growing old. Silver threads among the gold shine upon my brow today. Life is fading fast away, but my darling, you will be always young and fair to me. Yes, my darling, you will be always young and fair to me. When your hair is silver white and your cheeks no longer bright with the roses of the May, I will kiss your lips and say, oh, my darling, mine alone, alone. You have never older grown.
At this point in the service, I would ask if you could please stand for the committal. Today we say farewell, not in finality, but in gratitude. Farewell to a beautiful soul, a devoted mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, friend and companion. In love and appreciation, we commit the body of Erica Wylie to the purifying elements and ultimately to the Mother Earth, from which all things come, unto which all things in life return. We take comfort in knowing that she goes to be with her dear Bob. She'll be missed dearly, remembered lovingly, and carried with us always. Erica, may you rest in perfect peace. I would now ask the people that played cards with Erica if they'd like to form their guard of honour.
My heart won't believe that you have left me. I keep telling myself that it's true. I can get over anything you want, my love, but I can't get myself over you. Don't forget to remember me and the love that used to be. I still remember you. I love you. In my heart photograph of you, girl. Though I try to forget you somehow, you're the mirror of my soul. So take me out of my home. Let me try to go on living right now. Don't forget to remember me and the love that used to be. I still remember you. I love you. In my heart lies a memory to take